Imagine a summer when the heat never left your home. No vents, no hum of cool air, and no quick escape from the warmth that filled every room. For Americans before the 1950s, that was simply life. To stay comfortable, people used what they had: shaded porches, fire escapes, water from hydrants, and even bowls of ice in front of a fan. In this video, we'll explore the clever ways people handled the heat. Be sure to subscribe to Memory Trails. Share your memories in the comments after watching, and let's get started. Before air conditioning, the house itself was built to fight the heat. Tall ceilings let hot air rise, and large windows placed across from each other caught the passing breeze. Many homes had a central hallway or small transom windows above the doors, allowing air to move freely from room to room. People knew how to work with the weather, opening windows on the shady side in the morning and closing them as the sun made its way across the sky, keeping the house as cool as possible throughout the day. The front porch was the center of summer life before air conditioning. When the house grew too hot, families moved outside to the shaded porch, where the air felt lighter. Parents sat in rocking chairs with iced tea or maybe even a cold beer, talking quietly as kids played in the yard or ran barefoot across the porch. Neighbors stopped to chat, and the porch stayed busy well into the evening, people talking, waving to passers-by, and enjoying the slow, quiet end of a hot summer day. Keeping cool often meant getting creative. A fan aimed at a bowl of ice could spread a wave of cool, damp air through the room and offer a little relief on the hottest days. Families hung wet sheets in front of open windows, so the breeze passing through felt cooler, or kept a damp towel close by to fight the heat. Some placed metal pans or shallow bowls of ice water near the bed to cool the air around them, while others closed curtains during the day to block out the sun and opened the windows again once the evening breeze returned. In the dry parts of the country, especially in places like Arizona and New Mexico, people found another way to fight the heat. By the 1930s, many homes used what were called swamp coolers. These early machines pulled hot, dry air through pads soaked with water, cooling it as the moisture evaporated. The air wasn't cold like modern air conditioning, but it was a huge relief in desert heat. In the Southwest, the steady hum of a swamp cooler meant the difference between unbearable and comfortable. Clothing was one of the simplest ways to deal with the heat. People turned to light, breathable fabrics like cotton, linen, and seersucker, which allowed air to move and sweat to dry quickly. Men often wore thin undershirts or went without a shirt at home, while women chose loose cotton dresses that didn't cling in the humidity. Kids spent most of the day barefoot, running around in shorts or light play clothes. Laundry dried fast on the line, and everyone adjusted their wardrobes to match the long, hot rhythm of summer. During the hottest part of summer, the upstairs bedrooms never really cooled off. The heat from the day lingered under the roof, making it hard to breathe or sleep. Families often carried pillows and sheets downstairs, spreading them across couches or even the floor near open windows or on the porch. The air was still warm but felt lighter closer to the ground. Some kept the front or back door propped open to catch any night breeze that drifted through, turning the lower floor and porch into shared sleeping spaces until sunrise brought the heat all over again. City summers could be brutal, especially in small apartments with no air moving at all. Public baths became a popular way to cool off, and on the hottest days, they stayed packed from morning to night. Parks were another refuge, offering shade, grass, and a bit of breeze between the trees. People gathered near fountains or sat quietly on benches just to feel the air move. For many living in the city, these places were the closest thing to relief until the sun went down. For children, summer heat wasn't a problem. It was part of the fun. In neighborhoods across America, kids turned water into their own kind of entertainment. Sprinklers in the yard became instant playgrounds, and in the city, an open fire hydrant could cool off a whole block. Some played near creeks or ran through puddles to cool down. The heat never seemed to bother them much. Kids always found a way to turn it into play, while the grown-ups searched for shade. Long before electric refrigerators, keeping things cold took real effort. In cities across America, the iceman made daily rounds, carrying blocks of ice from his wagon into people's homes. The ice went into wooden ice boxes to keep milk, butter, and meat from spoiling. And nothing felt better on a hot day than a glass of water cooled by those melting cubes. Children chased the wagon for chips of ice, and for the first time, cold drinks and ice cream became part of everyday summer life. Before air conditioning, people learned to move with the heat, not fight it. Mornings started early. Farmers were in the fields by sunrise, and housework was finished before noon. When the sun reached its highest point, everything slowed down. Shops closed their doors, streets went quiet, and families rested in shaded rooms or on porches until the air began to cool. Evening brought new energy, and life picked up again once the day's worst heat had passed. Before most families could afford air conditioning at home, cool air in public places felt like a small luxury. Movie theaters were among the first to advertise refrigerated air, drawing crowds eager to escape the heat, no matter what was playing. Department stores soon followed, using the same promise to bring in shoppers who wanted relief as much as bargains. People lingered inside, browsing longer than they planned, enjoying the chill before stepping back into the heavy summer air outside. The first window air conditioners showed up in the 1930s, but they were big, heavy, and far too expensive for most families. After World War II, prices started to drop, and production picked up fast. By the early 1950s, middle-class homes began to add a single unit, usually in the living room. On hot days, the whole family gathered there to read, talk, or even sleep together in the one cool space of the house. Storefronts proudly displayed signs reading "air conditioned," and ads promised quiet nights and restful sleep. For many, it was their first taste of modern comfort, and it changed how summers at home felt forever. When air conditioning and television arrived, life slowly moved indoors. The front porch, once the center of summer evenings, began to sit empty as families gathered around the TV in cool, closed rooms. Neighbors who once waved from across the street now spent their nights behind screens and walls. The rhythm of summer changed, but the memory of those earlier days never disappeared. People who lived through it still remember how they managed the heat with patience, shade, and a little common sense, and how life somehow felt more connected when comfort wasn't so easy to find. Thanks for watching and for keeping these memories alive. I really appreciate everyone who takes the time to comment and share their own stories. They add so much to every video. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to share it with a friend who still remembers what life was like before air conditioning. There's plenty more to come, so stay tuned for the next trip down memory trails.